Hey, what's up everyone? TinMan here with the draft walkthrough. Playing this draft on patch 1.28.7. So here we've got a pretty sweet legendary as first pick. We got a Caleb Reborn. Not only do I like picking legendaries because they have that sweet disenchant value, but also they're normally quite strong. And this Caleb Reborn is no exception. He has, you know, if we do end up in the Skycrag colors, he's a very good card for that. A 4-cost 4/4 is just right on curve. He obviously has that prowess trigger. When you play a spell, he gets +1 for this turn. But then his ultimate is actually quite useful. It allows you to muck away a handful of excess power and to net out one card because you draw one extra, but also just get rid of all the crap that you've been piling up in a late game situation. So that's gonna be the pick here. The couple of the other notable cards are something like Hellfire Oni. Is a pretty solid card in a gunslinger type deck where you have a lot of weapons. Trailmaker is quite good if you're playing time. And honestly, I'd probably pick Trailmaker if there wasn't an amazing rare or legendary like Caleb Reborn here. So we definitely want to be going into Skycrag colors. Parapet Sentry is a pretty decent rare. It actually got buffed on this patch and now gives +2/+2 instead of it used to be just +1/+1. Once again, there's another Trailmaker here, which is pretty solid. Meditation Trainer requires a very specific deck to actually be good, and I don't think Skycrag is the colors you want. Generally, you want it to be like Huru colors for that. So I think we'll just pick up the Parapet Sentry here. Well, actually, hold on. How many relics are there actually in red and blue? There's like Snowfort and Barbarian Camp. It's not a lot. Still, I think he's just fine as just his normal body. He's able to kill a flyer when he comes down, pushes some extra damage, and if you just get his +2/+2, that's just kind of gravy. I swear to God, I'm not rare drafting, everyone. It just so happens that the two rares have been the best cards in the pack. This pack doesn't have a whole lot for us. There's a Snowfort, which is a relic, but we don't really want to be playing Snowfort. It's a pretty poor card. I think the best card in this pack is Ironclad Oath, as a general matter. Unfortunately, we're not in green, although we could be. I don't know. Probably Darkbolt is a little bit better. It's a spell for Caleb Reborn. If we can find some Nightfall triggers, like maybe some Kyrex or something later on. I'm not a huge fan of Kyrex, but he helps Darkbolt out. Yeah, I guess Battlefield Scavenger is another good card, but we're just not in the right deck for it. Let's just pick up Darkbolt and try to go like a Spellcrag type of thing. Ooh, Improvised Rubbler. I actually like that card quite a bit. It's gives you some board presence. The 5 toughness and 5 power allows you to generally kill 2 things with it. You can smack something that has 3 or 4 attack, and then it still sticks around for another turn. You also then get chump blockers to make sure you can keep the weapon alive for a swing. So generally at least 2 for 1, and on a stalled board, it can really help push things into your favor. Sparkcatcher is a solid enough 2-drop, but I think Rubbler is actually quite a good quality card. So generally, Skycrag colors lends itself well towards the Yeti deck. We haven't seen too many Yetis so far. Wild Rider is not a particularly good Yeti. It's not one I'm interested in just moving in on. I guess we could also pick up some dinosaurs. None of these cards that are in our colors, Wild Rider, Helpful Doorbot, Kyrex, and Mantisaur, are particularly, top-notch cards. I think just for the synergy with the Darkbolt, we'll pick up the Kyrex. It's the card I'm most likely to play. Although Mantisaur would be quite good if we get a lot of dinosaurs, but we don't have any yet. And there's not actually a lot in red. There's a decent number in blue. Wow, so the best card in this pack is still probably Spirit Blade Stalker. It did get a nerf on this patch. Its ultimate now costs 6. It used to just cost 5. It's still the best card, but once again, it's not in our colors. So we'll pick up Unpredictable Outlaw. It's actually a really solid 2-drop. We don't have any weapons yet that we can attach to it, but it'd still be... I'm sure we can still find one. Best card in this pack is probably Nocturnal Creeper. Kind of making me wish we were in time, but Caleb Bourne obviously brings us into Skycrag. I think Jump Kick is probably better than Heroic Bravo. Blue doesn't really have too many gunslingers. I know we have one. But I think Jump Kick actually synergizes well with, you know, a Caleb Reborn. And I just like combat tricks as a general matter, so we'll pick up the Jump Kick. Alright, now what is Moonlit Gargoyle still doing here? This card is like first pick worthy. It's unfortunate to see this late. I wish we could pick it up. I think it's the best card in the pack. I don't think I really want another Jump Kick. But I mean, I'm not going to switch to Shadow. I don't know, maybe I might. My blue, I mean, the Caleb Reborn is quite good, but the rest of the blue is just not that great. Splashing a double color card is difficult. I don't know. I don't think it's likely to play 2 Jump Kicks, so I'm going to pick the best card in the pack and see what happens. If we end up having to shift our draft strategy, I'd rather know that I've taken the best card in the pack as often as possible. Hoof Slash or Temple Raider. I guess Hoof Slash is probably better. Or no, we do have a Sentinel. Sure. Nah, I want the combat trick. I like combat tricks a lot. Nothing much here for us. I'll take Unseal, I guess. Nothing here either. Granamender. Powder Keg. Okay. So this pack has got a really good card for Skycrag. Clan Hero down here. Quite good quality card. You know, it's often just a 3-cost 5/3, which is obviously quite strong. So we'll pick that up. Other cards that are in our colors, I mean, On the Hunt is not particularly good. It's a -1 card to get a good card later. Not really what you want to be doing. Skycrag Banner is obviously great fixing, but Clan Hero is a good quality playable. That's a good reward for being in Skycrag. Nothing amazing here. Swindle. Card draw spell. I guess Cannon Bearer is quite good. I do like Cannon Bearer a bit. Gives you a decent late game, and actually that 1 damage kills off a surprising number of things. So we'll pick that up. I would have liked to be able to draft some Bring Downs. We're not in Huru though, but I think Bring Down is a very good card. Could have had 2 by now. I think we just pick up the Crafty Yeti. He's a little bit undersized. You know, normally for a 3-drop you want to have like a 3/3 or larger. So only being a 3/2, but his Spark Trigger is actually really useful to help filter out excess power that you might have laying around, or just if you have dead cards. And he's Yeti, so if we find some good Yeti synergy down the road, maybe he'll be able to trigger that. The other option here, I guess, is like Swift Stranger. Is really just a 4-cost 3/3 charge. We don't have any other strangers, but they're only in packs 3 and 4, or sorry, 2 and 3. So we could pick up more, but I think the Crafty Yeti is a bit more useful in general. Ooh, Storm Glider. There's a nice... Looks like we... Oh man, we could have had a 3rd Bring Down. But Storm Glider is quite good. Well, I guess it's not even... It's not amazing, but it gives you a great way to spend your power in the late game, and it's one of the few flyers that Red-Blue gets access to. Everything I just said, repeat it. Pick him another one. Reunite. We don't have any strangers right now. So another Cannon Bearer. If this was an on-color stranger, we'd probably pick it up, but it's not. It's actually just like exactly out of colors. So we'll pick up the Cannon Bearer. I guess we'll pick up Ridgeline Watcher, but I'm not thrilled about it. It's not a great card. I actually really do like Roosting Owl quite a bit. But we'll just pick up the Ridgeline Watcher. Because we're not playing green. I don't think we're going to play any of these cards. We'll pick up the unit just in case. In case we're short on playables or something. None of these are playable for us. Let's pick up Cripple, I guess. Probably not playing Shadow. Ooh, Icepo. I actually like Icepo. And we got some low-end playable cards. Ooh, now this is a sweet pack. So Shogun Scepter is... It's extremely good card in Constructed. It's an extremely good card in Limited. But so is Rebel Illuminator. Getting Torch. That's actually a tough choice. I think generally when cards are of close value, I tend to go towards the lower cost card to keep your curve low and consistent. Both Rebel Illuminator and Shogun Scepter are good. I think I want the Shogun Scepter though, just because it's a little cheaper, and you know I like stacking up Warcry effects, making your guys just bigger and harder to deal with. And it goes really well in something like Stormglider and Flyers. We could go into the Clockroach deck. A little late for that. Here I guess we have Rebel Sharpshooter, Eastwind Herald. Ooh, pretty unimpressive offerings here. I guess we'll pick up the... Do we have too many ways to buff the Sharpshooter? I guess we have Ice Bow. We've got some combat tricks and some weapons. Yeah, I guess I could see us playing the Sharpshooter over the Herald. I mean, the Herald is a flyer, and I do like me some flyers. It's always good to be able to at least defend in the air. But we've got Stormgliders to handle that and Parapet Sentry to handle that. We're kind of heavier. We are heavier on the 3-drop spot. We don't have too many 2-drops. I'm probably not playing this Unseal. Might not even play Dark Bolt. Maybe I do want to buff out my 2-drop spot rather than... I think the Sharpshooter is a bit better of a card. No, it's better enough. It's a better enough card, especially in our deck, because we've got multiple ways to buff it. Then I'm fine taking it even... This would fit the curve better, but regardless of that, I think Rebel Sharpshooter is better fit for our deck. Ooh, Cobalt Acolyte. Very nice card. Like I was just saying about flyers, exactly what we want to be doing. Brazen Daredevil is cute, but not amazing, because it often will just suicide into a larger unit if you don't have a buff right away. Since it has Reckless. If it didn't have Reckless, this card would be sweet, but Reckless is obviously a pretty big drawback. But Cobalt Acolyte is actually really good. It allows us to send our large guys into the air. Ooh, Ornate Katana. Thank you very much. A great card for the... a very good quality card. It, you know, replaces itself, makes your small threats be able to trade up, pushes some damage, and obviously it doesn't even cost you a card, just 2 power, because it draws you a card right back. I guess crowd favorite. We've actually got a couple weapons. This is actually really strong in our deck. We can grab the Ornate Katana, the Ice Bow, or the Shogun Scepter. A lot of good stuff to grab with this guy. Well, we could pick up Yeti Spy, Guerrilla Fighter, a 2-drop Stone Scar Stranger. I think if we're trying to be aggressive, which we kind of are, we don't have too many 2-drops, but we should heavily prioritize 2-drops next pack. Might be worth it to pick the Guerrilla Fighter. No, I probably just want the 2-drop. I don't know, actually, this card's undersized for a 4-drop, but it allows you to start attacking in. Has Warcry, which kind of helps alleviate things. This is a tough one. I know we're already pretty heavy on the 4-drop spot. Well, I'm probably not playing Audacious Bandit. Let's be real here. Probably not playing Pit Fighter. Might play Jotun. Nah, I probably won't. This is a tough one. I'm not positive. I wouldn't fault you for taking the Stranger here, but I'm gonna go for the Guerrilla Fighter. Just because if this was like a Skycrag Stranger, I would definitely take it. But it doesn't find both of our colors. And I'm actually curious to see how well Guerrilla Fighter plays out in a more aggressively slated deck like this. Well, now here we can pick up a Stranger as a 2-drop, but these aren't on-color Strangers. But I still think it's better than a Pyro Adept. Or Pyre Adept. Just I like the 2/2 body better than the 3/1 body because this dies to a lot of ping effects. What am I more likely to splash? Probably more likely to splash... Oh, this has a blue on it. So we'll take Felon Stranger. That's a late Desert Marshal. You know, the Constructed All-Star right there. But we can't play it. I guess we'll just pick up the only card we can play, Second Sight. Doubtful we play it. Ooh, a Grenadin Drone. Yeah, I'll pick up that. That guy's awesome. Not thrilled about playing Jotun Warrior, so we probably won't. Ooh, but we will play the Granite Monument. That's awesome. Rakano Flagbearer. I don't think this card's very good. But if you can give him like flying or unblockable and just keep on getting in for Warcry 2, he can get out of hand real quick. Alright, so we do want to be prioritizing 2-drops in this pack. We're a little short on 2-drop units. The rest of our curve's pretty well filled out, actually. But that being said, we're just going to pick up the Milos Izalio Heir to Rebellion. We don't have too many gunslingers. We have a couple, though. But we've got plenty of weapons to be able to ramp us into some later game stuff. And, I guess we have a number of gunslingers, right? Wait, how many do we even have? Just one? Oh, no, Cannon-Bearer is a late game gunslinger. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm still going to pick it up. There's actually not a lot else here that's interesting in our colors. I mean, Unseal's not good. We just cut one. Meditation Trainer, we're not really in the correct deck for that. So there's really no options here. We've got Islands Intervention. No. Ooh, First Shot Rioter, actually. That was a good one. I wish it was a 2-drop, but I'm not upset with it. It's a gunslinger that helps Milos. Best card in the pack in a vacuum is probably the Extinguish. That's not saying much. That's a decent card, but not amazing. But yeah, First Shot Rider is fine. Ooh, I was saying about 2-drops. We can pick up Sparkhatcher, which is a good quality 2-drop. We're going to pick up the Runecrawler Yeti. It gives us an answer to attachments, but nah, I really think for curve considerations, Sparkhatcher has to be the pick. Everything I just said, repeat it. Oh man, Valkyrie Arcanist here. Man, I wish we were in green. This card's so great. But we'll pick a Rioter. Not bad. Do we even have enough to play Common Cause? I don't think so. We've got a couple Gunslingers, I guess. No, we're probably not going to play it, though. We're not trying to splash anything. I doubt we're going to play Snow Fort. This card's pretty bad. But it is a relic for... where is it? Parapet Sentry? I guess. There's nothing else here we're playing, so I'll take it. Why not? Ooh, some good Yeti cards. How many Yetis do I even have? Not many. I wish I could draft them more. I guess we have Crafty Yeti. And that's it? Man, that's unfortunate. We'll still pick up the Yeti Windflyer. If I don't have too many Yeti synergies, he wouldn't be very good. But we just pick up another one, so much better to run 2. Ooh, and a Slope Sergeant? Oh man, we're just picking up all the Yetis in the last like 5 picks. Another Slope Sergeant? This card is like very strong. I would pick this very highly in the pack if it was pack 1. Doesn't matter. Okay, so now we're gonna have to make some decisions on our deck building because obviously we've got a lot of playables here. So let's see, what card's probably not playing? Probably not playing Flag Bearer. Honestly, probably not even playing Second Sight. Probably not Dark Bolt. We don't have too many ways of triggering Nightfall. We have like 1. The Kyrex, who's probably gonna get cut. Let's cut him. Probably not playing the Warrior. Not playing the Snow Fort. Doorbot. So this is 13, 14 power. So we generally want to play 17 or 18. So we need to cut 4 or 5 more cards. Mainly want to be looking at the 3-drop spot since we have so many 3s. I can probably cut like Hoof Slash. That's a pretty low-end combat trick. If it was +2, +4, it'd be a lot better. Because then your guy is much more likely to survive combat. The +4 power is generally kind of overkill. And then the +2 toughness is generally not enough to survive if you're trying to trade up into something. So you generally 2-for-1 yourself with that. Maybe I don't want this many 6-drops. Maybe I don't need both cannon bearers. I do like the Slope Sergeants just because we got, you know, a bunch of Yetis at the end of that draft. You know, with the Wind Flyers, the Crafty Yeti, the Slope Sergeants. I don't really want to cut any Yetis. I can maybe see cutting the, like, Ridgeline Watcher is not amazing. He's fine. Got a Cannon Bearer. Got the Ridgeline. And play 17 power. I think I'm fine with that. 17 power seems fine in this kind of a deck. We've got plenty of ways to cycle. I mean, we've got Slope Sergeants, we've got Crafty Yeti, we've got Caleb to be able to cycle away if we, you know, need more power or have too much. Like, we can filter our draws a little bit better than most decks. We get to cycle with a Katana. So I think I'm fine with 17 in this. I'd recommended. That looks about right. We don't have any double blue requirements other than Caleb. And we have a blue source in the Felon Stranger. Alright, we have Slope Sergeant. But we have a couple of double reds. So I want to have more red than blue. Yeah, this seems fine. Alright. So that's our deck. Here's our draft. Or that's our draft. Here's our deck. And I'll see you in the next video for the gameplay.